Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Let me ask you a question. What does this mean? When you see celebrities throwing up the pyramid, standing or using the images of the shapes of the pyramid, when you see celebrities, when you see people covering one eye, what does this mean? There's many documentaries, many of celebrities that came forward and blew the whistle on this symbolism. So now we're going to sit up there and act like we don't see Tamika Mallory pledging her allegiance to who? To what? Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Huh? We're gonna just act like we don't see that, right? Let me tell y'all something, right? I really didn't want to make this video because I see so many people laughing and celebrating that Mysonne is now officially on record a paid activist. Something that I've been calling him from the beginning. Do you remember the time? What? You don't remember? I've been calling him a paid activist before the machine, the system, decided to join forces with him. Are you not entertained? The ink has dried and the pen has lifted, and Mysonne and Tamika Mallory was already written in the script. See, what George Soros and his Illuminati puppets didn't realize is that there will be a Hassan Campbell that was going to see through this from the beginning. And how did you get here? How did y'all think I got so big on YouTube? Because I was saying everything that nobody else would say. So what did they do? They created a duplicate of Hassan Campbell called Charleston White. And then they took their platforms like Say Cheese and the rest of them other platforms that pledged their allegiance to the one eye. And they used those platforms, just like me, to propel Charleston White. Because the only reason why I linked up with him was because of Timbo, Infomines. But back to Mysonne, lefty, gun up in the right palm. Let's get to that. Mysonne, it's funny how history is writing him out as the crime boss. Crime boss? Nobody knows Mysonne for committing a crime. Mysonne went to jail for a robbery that he didn't do. Came home from jail after 7 years and started hanging out with the same niggas that committed the robbery. What? We love. The same niggas that let him go to jail, knowing that Mysonne was about to be one of the biggest rappers ever. When he came home from jail, he linked right back up with them same niggas. You do the math. So when you put a title up there, history will say 100 years from now, Mysonne was a crime boss that turned what? Martin Luther King? Free at last. Nigga, you already let our people in a burning building when you had Tamika Mallory up there talking about going to them stores and loot and rob and the police let him. Came back a year later, start picking everybody up off of them tapes. Oh, y'all ain't hear about that though, right? When the feds came marching in and they had all the evidence. Why Antifa? And see, this is the thing, because Mysonne reached out to me and we deaded our beef based off of a brother named Eric Bennett, my crimey, my brother, my twin, who's locked up for murder right now. Mysonne reached out to me like, yo, we family. I'm like, all right, cool. But when I saw what was going on with those riots and those protests and how the youth was being led into those streets, into a burning house, and how the police, I sat back and I watched people rob the bank and the police watched it and didn't do nothing. Because somebody told the police to stand down while banks and jewelry stores in the Bronx was looted. Somebody in the higher ups told the police to stand down. I saw a police get beat with a cash register with other police watching as they ran from unarmed civilians, aka Antifa. So the whole George Floyd, the whole movement was an inside job to keep us distracted and cause anarchy. And I witnessed these people. Then we watched these staged arrests. Where it seems like every time Mysonne, lefty, gun up in a what? He had a bullhorn. And every time he got locked up, why does it seem like the police was posing for the camera too? When you look at these arrests, why do you see the police posing? There's many other pictures. I couldn't even grab every. The police are posing and doing pyramid forms and capturing momentous moments. When the hell have you seen the police pause for the perp who's breaking the law to pose for the camera? History was already being written. They didn't expect a Hassan Campbell to come derail this host. And then when Candace Owens came, she crushed Black Lives Matter and Tamika Mallory like a bug. Crushed them. The whole movement crushed it. We sat back and watched in real time the Black Lives Matter movement be taken away from Darren Sills and him mysteriously being murdered in the most ugly, brutal way. By who? Who did that to him? The KKK? So the original Black Lives Matter was actually hijacked. Rest in peace, Darren Sills. It was hijacked by 3 of the LGBTQ women. And when you look at their blueprint of who they are against the black family, black man, woman, and child. But we ain't going to even get into that because we went through that throughout all of these years. And now, out of nowhere, Mayor Mamdani or Dumdi or I don't know what this nigga name is, comes out of nowhere. I don't know who. We don't know who voted for him. Who? We don't even know him. He was handpicked, hand selected. And him and Mysonne comes as a package deal? Are you kidding me? I don't want to sit up here and sound like I'm hating on Mysonne. I would love to support the truth and nothing but the truth. When Mysonne first came out, Deborah, Dana, no justice.
This should have been our grandmother.
That's right. Free.
We are here today because we understand that if we do not unite, then they're going to keep killing us.
That's right.
If they don't see us unified and uniform, they're going to start killing us.
That's right.
If we don't mobilize and utilize our power in mobilization and in unity, they will continue to kill us and think that we like it.
That's right.
If you are silent about your pain, they will kill you and think that you like it.
That's right.
So we made a pledge, we made a decision not to be quiet about our pain.
That's right.
We made a decision that it's not okay to kill a 66-year-old woman and go back to work.
Preach, preach.
It's not okay for the police to kill 66-year-old woman and get paid by taxpayers' money.
That's right.
There's no peace. I was standing right there with him. Mike, you gonna help me with this Africa Bambaataa story? Yeah, I got you, bro. I got your back. Way back. Everybody knew what Bambaataa was. All I needed was a little bit of help. So when I realized that this dude was out here ambulance chasing and he really wasn't about the real stories, the real poverty and the real pain, I saw through him and I became a thorn in his side. I don't consider Mysonne an enemy to me. But if he considered me to be an enemy to him, it is what it is. Let me not say that. Let me fall way, way back because now I'm scared to death of this nigga. Because the machine Listen, man, in the Matrix, once you become a part of a machine, oh, y'all didn't watch the Matrix, right? Y'all want to pick and choose whether y'all want to be Neo or the nigga that wanted the steak all over again, right? You can't have it both ways. You can't pick and choose whether you want to be Neo or the nigga that ate the steak all over again. You can't have it both ways. I would love to support Mysonne. But we already know where this machine is going, where this movement is going. It's going into anarchy. And right now, these celebrities, and it ain't just Mysonne, all these celebrities that you've been seeing merging with the mayors, J. Edgar Hoover said it best. Black people will never have a messiah unless we create them. Why you think that these mayors, the last mayor, was hanging out with so many celebrities? Why do you think that? Because we have been crushed and reduced to black celebrities. We don't have leadership no more. We don't have real voices no more. Because as soon as you get a real voice like Hassan Campbell, what happens? My channel starts growing when I started distracting y'all with the celebrity gossip. But then when academics Whack 100 and Tekashi 6ix9ine went back and told the gatekeepers, nah, this nigga really got a message. He's a thorn. My channel got crushed ever since them niggas. I was supposed to go to the next level, right? The door? Nope. Haas wasn't going through that door. I kicked that bitch in. And they closed it back. It is what it is. They control these voices. As much as I love Candace Owens, they control these platforms. In the same way you could turn the stove up and down or the volume of a radio up and down, they control how much of the audience they're going to allow you to get, even with the numbers. Some of you people might have 1 million people watching you on YouTube, but you will never see those numbers unless they turn that stove up. You do the math. I'm not going to keep on going because I realize when you touch the stove, when your aim is to wake up the beast, believe me, that beast is going to turn around and look back at you. I can't keep fighting the machine by myself without the people. It is what it is. I already lost my monetization. I already lost channels. I already lost mad Instagram pages. I can't even use my name on Instagram, but that's why it's Poppy from BX River. If y'all want these people to keep us behind 1,000 years, they keep on following into their footsteps. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. And pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. I'm out.